when we happen to bump into him. I play best when I'm nervous.
Uh-oh, as we tune in to the Kings of NA, Peter Pot is down, Pollo's alive, and I'm not sure he's in a position he could even work for the revive. This zone is just eating him alive. The longer and longer he stays back there, he has to shockwave out now. Top 27, no placements in this game have been getting, and he's barely above the damage threshold. Pollo spotted out by multiple players towards the backside of zone. He has the farthest journey to go. Can he make it?
Pollo is no stranger to making magic happen on this stage. But here in game one, there is still so much top competition standing in between him and a good placement.
And Skrull is going to be one of those competitors, even representing as a solo. Reet, Cooper, will he be able to make it to their body loot? No, Pick's going to shut that one down. Unfortunately for Skrull, he'll have to close off the wall, and we get to even see where Reason and O'Reilly are trying to find some of their success. Cringe getting dropped, not realizing that that layer was already occupied.
The Germans are getting comfortable already in game one, and they're not going to stop. You see them moving towards the front side of things. They might even want to try and play height this game if they really are feeling it. Regardless, Reason and Noah are here to play in this endgame.
Wow, Skrull in the feed gets another elimination on the O-Zone. This is one great solo run from game one to start to kind of build that confidence. Tiggs at the top of the mountain. Saya, Scary's there as well. Pollo finds himself elevated but taking damage. Everybody's going to have a rough time traveling through this zone. Drew and Vic0, 84 below. They're feeling the pressure as well. Shockwave's coming out, but Storm Surge is active. They need 127 damage, and they need it now. They can only take about 3 or more ticks, and it's going to be Drew who makes the play, gets the shot, and gets him above.
They can also hope that just one more player goes down, because even at the just above threshold point, they still just don't have enough. These monumental moments where they need to show exactly how far they can take it. But Rapid, Cold, doing a great job controlling a little bit of a less occupied layer, and they're always looking to punish the backside of zone.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what approach do Rapid and Cold have to today's games. We saw a surprise hype play from them day one, game one, and now a surprise hype play from Pollo here as a solo, looking to just use this position to potentially find a refresh, someone whose box he can jump into and get a refresh. Reason has gone down, and Noah will quickly follow. The lobby is really starting to shake up here.
Through the fire and the flames, we carry on, because only one can be left standing at the end of the day. Vic0, Malibuca, they're climbing up towards high ground as well. As soon as somebody realizes that Pollo is a solo, they're going to get the green light to go. Chu finds the elimination on a mini Pio, but instantly it's taken down. Not able to really utilize the siphon. They're all trying to make it up, but there's a new king on high ground. Pump has made his way above.
But Skrull just sitting inside his own box. He's not had too many instances of catching that breath of relief. He'll utilize a lot of his heals, but now Cold and Rapid, a duo as strong as ever. They've been hanging out on that secondary height for a while here, but from the front side position, TD and Shark have decided height is theirs for the taking. Looking back now, they've already overcome.
Uncontested has never felt so good for Shark and Teeny. We know what they can do if somebody lands at their drop spot. Let's see what they can unleash here. They already have the high ground. Teeny, 4 eliminations, and immediately putting pressure down onto Gino and Pablo. That second height team, Acorns, being forced down. Everybody's being squished closer and closer together.
And you can see on the lower side of the table, Dom and Demus, they're trying to establish something that will give Shark and Teeny a run for their money in this game. It's about these two duos and everybody in between who will drop down or fall into this trap. Cold and Rapid, they need to be careful now. The pressure is being applied, and they can't handle this player right now. They need to get off of it, and Cold will do just that.
No other options but to forfeit on height, and Cold, it cost them everything. They're out of here. Skrull still as a solo. What business does he have in this lobby? 3 eliminations and so many placement points. He is racking up the count.
We are witnessing probably one of the greatest solo clutches of all time, but can it last? Shark and Teeny are finally dropping down. They know this game is so close to being finished, and they want to be the last one standing. Pressure on the Shadow and Virgo. Karam and Akira, they find Skrull. They take him down. They end a legendary run.
They have been menaces since the start of this game, and they will look to continue that streak now. Demus and Dom, they had control, but then they lost it, and now they've regained it again. Shadow and Virgo sent back to the lobby, and the Kira will fall as well.
Darwin Demus just here to remind everyone who's actually in control when it comes to the low ground front side. Gino looking back. Gino takes out Dark just like that. Gino might but still, as a solo, what's left?
Wasn't able to get any of the match, so he gets taken down from it. Shark, Teeny, the future is here! They take game one and put themselves on top!
It's everything that everyone has been waiting for, and the fact they came to deliver on the first game of finals, that's exactly what you'd hope for.
Everybody wondered if the young Shark would step up on the stage, and he absolutely will. What does he have to say about it all, Frankie?
Deal have encountered along with other teams that are struggling with Surge is that these rotates, you're so much more exposed. There's not much to hide behind from the territory just surrounding Sandy Strip. And with that in mind, teams, they're forced to expend almost all of their materials. They're trying to make these tunnels to find those clear paths, but everyone is just on the lookout, constantly trying to find an opportunity here. And June making the approach now. It could be Cold next.
Chance is going to go down, Cold and Rapid immediately steamroll that one elimination. They backtrack, trying to get seconds, but it's Tyler who actually steals that one away. You can see the entire lobby coming online here. Even high ground, you got Belusi, you got Zangi, Javi, Aminis trying to make a claim for it. Even Agers and Ritual, they saw what went down in game one, and they want to be a part of the mix.
But this is a sight right now. We're seeing Scroll and Sky paired together. And now, 426 above, the world is their oyster. They're ready to make a move. They've got the mobility off the overdrive grenade. What's next?
Trying to move forward, using the gauntlets to try to move past, but you see Chino, Pablo, they go down. Belusi and Zangi, they go ahead and exclusively be one of the only teams up above. It's Vic0 and Malibuca take down Karama, and this is one of the most dangerous parts of the game if you're not ready. But high ground has to be careful. Agers and Ritual, they're towards the backside of zone. They could pop off at any moment with just one shockwave.
Zangi and Belusi, they have a tough task on their hand holding on to this one. They have to be eagle-eyed as Vic0 and Malibuca look to potentially make a play in the back. They will just move towards the front side, maybe just waiting for that next zone, that next opportunity. They certainly have the resources to deal with it, and the chop will come out.
But all the while on the lower tiers, Shark and Teeny are starting to really find some momentum here. Vic0, Malibuca from secondary height, making sure to continue tarping directly below where Belusi and Zangi are at. But they're on the move here and now, straight up towards that front side of zone.
They have so many materials, but it's Alex and Reckless that actually look up and try to contest the high ground. They at least get the knock onto Zangi. Belusi has to give it up with only a few materials left, and being a solo, it's his only hope to try to get more points.
Oceana came to play today. Alex and Reckless are just causing so much noise here up top, but they're forced to drop. The chop is good to go. Ritual and Agers now with a surprise come up here on height.
Jacob called them out. They were waiting in the wings, waiting for that opportunity. And as soon as they sensed some weakness, they went up and took it. But now it's about delivering and closing this game out, as there are still so many duels left in this one, trying to fight for the win.
You got Thomas trying to move forward, reunite with Focus, which is a necessity because he has 0 builds left. Even with 7 eliminations, they're falling short in terms of materials in the end game, and eventually they're going closer and closer to Sky and Scroll. But it's Shark who goes down. Sky and Scroll will not be denied.
And they're just taking everything from everyone, but Scroll yet again left as a solo, beaming Ritual up on height, but now he's made his presence known, forced to drop, but he has the builds. He's ready to make a move.
Ritual Agers, though, they denied any team from coming up once. They're going to try to look to do it again. 5 eliminations from Agers. Spoke too soon. 6 eliminations for Agers by himself. But down below, you have to be careful. Vic0 and Malibuca, they are the ones that are running the low.
They're so content. They're just chilling with their pizza. Everyone else is having to duke it out. But these two, they're ready to try and bring down Ritual and Agers. Vic0 loses Malibuca, though. They might have 7 eliminations, but can Vic0 get some more?
Yeah, with Malibuca going down, that leaves Agers and Ritual, the only duo left in this game, but you have to watch out. Scroll, dangerous. Vic0, we know he can clutch up, but up above, they're pressuring both of the solo players, forcing Sky and Scroll together. Agers drops down, he gets the elimination. 2v1 situation. Agers and Ritual seal the deal by taking down Vic0.
All they needed was just to get the ball rolling. They make it out of Latte landing, and they immediately convert it into a victory royale here in Game 2. They've got to be feeling so good about it.
Shark and Teeny will leave their first place spot up for grabs.
Seen so many of our Titans go down Earth, and you're kind of seeing how Teeny was able to go down. But Dio and Ju just caught him lacking, edit the wall, and get that elimination. Even during all that chaos, we saw Cold and Rapid went down as well. Veno's gonna get knocked. Curve trying to be a hero. One knock's already there, trying to get the second onto Sky, but he gets denied that opportunity. Rightfully so. He goes right back into the box, trying to get the revive onto Veno with his own pushing him in. He can't be the hero he needs, but there's still a knock right in front. Curve trying to save the Siphon for the last moment.
Curve needs it to kick in now or never, but he can't afford to see if he can find another shot. Eventually, though, he might be saved just in the nick of time, but when you've got two Titans of the lobby, two major champions going head-to-head, now's the time to see who's really on top.
And Curve might not have been able to save his teammate, but Sky certainly could. Scroll back in the game and back with a chance to make things happen. Curve with just 17 HP needs to tiptoe his way around, and he will be caught out. And so it's up to him now to get things done. On the front side of the zone, Shadow and Virgo positioning. Pixie looking to do the same. Malibuca, Vic0. We've seen how strong they've been so far today. Will this be their opportunity to take first place?
They're trying to get that whole side of the zone, but they get cut short, cut off, kind of tagged up all at the same time. Vico's going to go down. A lot of pressure has just been put on Malibuca's shoulders. 132 points. They're so close to the top of the leaderboard, they can taste it as he tries to steal another one away, but that one's going to go to Momsy. The fight comes in. He doesn't hear it. Swizzy and Pixie take him down.
Swizzy and Pixie are primed and ready. They are just looking back, spraying down every single one of these teams. All of the players that are just a little bit too late to the punch. And now Pixie, Swizzy, with the damage having been done, they're ready to see whether or not they can make their move towards frontside.
If these guys can rise to the occasion today, it would be exactly the type of story you expect out of Swizzy and Pixie. Peterbot playing the storm now as all this madness ensues. Ju and Vidil, they are looking to take this game for their own. They don't care who's in this lobby. They want the high ground, and they will keep it for now. But that is just for now. They have to continue to hold it and apply the pressure below.
They're feeling like they're on cloud 9 right now. The entire arena cheering them on, but they draw their attention to Shadow and Virgo, that second height team. Anybody in that position could use a shockwave and disrupt everything they have going on.
You can tell though from the way they're playing it, they don't have the materials, and so the chop will come through. It's Cammy, it's Hari. We've seen them do that so many times before, and so it'll be up to Vidil now to clutch up.
But this is a spot that Vidil's been in so many times already, and now here today, Vidil trying to see if he could strike through, but his shields are so low, he's fully cracked. The movement is crazy, but he's left tumbling down the hill, trying to see if he can get out of sight. Pablo is falling, Kindling right next to him, but Vidil, he's not gonna be able to get the shots. He wants to try and make it through, but all of these pre-existing builds just forcing him to make the effort. Still, Vidil moving forward. But he doesn't see it, and Vidil brings him down.
How does he keep finding a way? He keeps on doing it. Vidil, this is ridiculous. What a game from him. Scroll will finally put an end to it, but Cammy and Hari, after chopping height, will look to finally make a play for it for themselves. Shadow and Virgo hold on, but not for long. They get wiped clean, and Scroll down below has a tough Polish duo up, trying to take this game.
In fact, they're the only duo actually up in this game. Scroll, solo, Pixie, solo. Scroll's being the focus right now from up above, trying to expand, but he's running out of material, and he's running out of material fast. Hari, Cammy, they realize he's building out a Wook. That's a sign of weakness, and they want to take over. They can't let this opportunity slip from their fingers from one team to the next. Pixie gains their attention. Scroll goes up!
But Scroll finds nothing. He realizes Cammy's in a metal box, and then there's Pixie all alone on the ground. Scroll with the siphon just in the nick of time. But Scroll, he's still got to keep going forward. Hari never gets a chance to see it coming, but it doesn't matter because Cammy had his back.
They are one of the most dangerous teams coming into this event. Contested, uncontested, that is not a problem from them. When it comes to big moments, when it comes to big events, Cammy is one for certain that shows up when it matters most.
If he finds a singular refresh, that would be everything because only 3 more players need to go down for the surge to disappear.
Yep, he has multiple medkits. Plenty of time because he didn't get that max pull, but 305, that's a daunting number to look at. So that's why he's just hoping, crossing his fingers, 3 people to go down. Maybe Vic0, Malibuca could get one, Kurama. moving across. Lucy's going to get dropped. Romero's going to get knocked as well. Plenty of eliminations need to be cleaned up here. But a flank comes in. Teeny surprise. Shark and him try to converge back into that same box, but they still have to rotate forward.
But look at how much space they have. They claim so much of the lower layers, and they're looking to continue building it out. But next, they want to take over the front side.
Down to bare bones. With just 25 HP, he has to make some sort of play happen. If anybody can do it right now, it's got to be him. Shark now has lost Teeny, and we know he has his eyes set on any of these weakness. Dom goes down, and Shark now takes over as the solo we will watch, trying to make something happen.
He has to show why he's kind of looked at as one of the best individual player in EU as of now, but if you look up, you see it in the clouds. It's Vic0, it's Malibuca. We know what they could do on high ground, and it doesn't look like any team as of now is looking up.
It's very often that you'll see them starting to really heat up as the lobbies continue to drag on, but for Scroll, as a solo, just trying to hide from underneath. But Focus is spotted out immediately. Thomas and Focus were trying to surprise contest on the high ground, but they'll be sniffed out immediately. Still, Focus and Thomas managed to make their way up, but they don't have the materials to hold this.
Vic0 all alone. We've seen him here before. He'll take one with him. He's leaving with something. But the lobby will continue. Thomas and Focus looking to announce themselves now to the world as they sit up on high.
I love this play out of them. They want to catch up, but they don't want to wait until it's already over. Swizzy Pixie, same thing could be said for them. 108 points and counting. 2 eliminations. They have tails, they have slurps, they have everything that they need, but Scroll is still outlasting everyone into the top 14. If he can go a little bit further, he'll get half of the placement points.
He is a major problem for the rest of the lobby. And how can he be stopped? Shark doing his best impression now to try and catch up. Every single one of these solos making desperation plays. Focus will fall off of height, and that leaves Thomas now alone to deal with the damage. With just 1 build remaining, he has a mountain to climb here, Taco.
And the new generation, they're trying to take over. Scroll still going underneath, a little bit out of sight, out of mind, but it's only a brief moment. Akira, Kurama, they're the ones that take over frontside low. Scroll, he has to connect. He needs to bring down this next player, but it's Resigns picked off by Pixie instead. And Scroll knows his moments are limited. He's trying to see if he can capitalize. Instead, Akira and Kurama finding the limbs.
We're into the top 9, half of the placement points, top 8, another one's gonna go down. Bolts gets that elimination. Kurama and Akira, they're trying to dominate that layer, but Scroll is still scrambling around. He is the X factor, big shot on a Tyler, but unfortunately he goes down.
It's the fact of the matter though, the damage has been done. If it's not me, it won't be you either. So Akira, Kurama, will you find your moment, or will Bolts and Acorn take it all away?
Acorn up above, looking down, applying the pressure, giving Bolts the space to get involved if need be. They need to hold on as the rest of the lobby scurries around below. They will take Darkos down. Minori left, fending for scraps, holding on for dear life. It looks like Acorn and Bolts want the dub here.
He is striking them down one by one. Acorn and Bolts are in the driver's seat. Minori down below, just a sliver of HP, and it's not gonna last long. Acorn and Bolts and Ace Hope are on top.
And all it took was just that singular moment of these two holding down height. Everyone else just in absolute shambles underneath. 2 separate lines of fire, nowhere left to run. So of course the victory royale is all theirs. See directly next to him, who's gonna be the first though to bring an elimination in?
If you know anything about these 2 players, this is where they like to be. We have seen them on this stage and in EU make waves from above. But this is not over when you have Acorn and Bolts looking to try and make the back-to-back happen. Still so many strong players, so many strong duos left alive in this one. It is not an easy high hold for Swizzy Pixie.
But this is the best chance. Agers and Ritual, they're pouncing on the leading challengers here today. And that elimination onto Scroll. Sky, what are you left to do?
Yeah, you foreshadowed it yourself. He was the one doing a decent amount of the solo clutches. Now with no build, can't take a singular tick off the zone. He's gonna fall. An opportunity has just opened up for the rest of the lobby. But Swizzy and Pixie, they're trying to control it all.
Majors is out of here. Pixie knows that Peterbot's right behind him, and Swizzy has fallen. Pollo's taking him out. The Mythic Reloader, could it be the difference maker? Peterbot's waiting to see who dares challenge him next.
It was only a matter of time until Peterbot and Pollo reminded the world why they are so feared in NA. This is time to make their game happen. Vic0 and Malibuca down below, still gonna make it happen. If they can keep it up, they might just take height off of them.
I wouldn't call it way too soon, though, because we've seen so many teams get overthrown in these moments here. One shockwave is all it takes. Pixie lands a monster of a shot onto Momsy, pushing him back, making him go and retreat back to Sky Jump, but it's not enough. Another attack from down below. Vic0 gets elimination of his own. They're fifth of the game, but they're outside. They need to find the shockwave in. They need to make it inside the zone because they have very, very little extra HP.
But the thing that they did have was full control of front side. They have escaped all of the congestion. They were able to utilize every single one of their white heals, and now they are ahead, looking back, preventing anyone from challenging the vicinity. This territory belongs exclusively to them. Front side is completely out of reach, but Pete and Pollo, they're more concerned about the high ground.
Squeezing teams down below, and that just plays right into Vic0 and Malibuca's hands. They're looking for a refresh, and Vic0 will hit the shot. Won't go for the loot. They want to keep a hold of the front side alone.
But they are dropping down. Ree and Cooper, they've overthrown Peterbot and Pollo on the high ground. The tables have turned, even for Vic0 and Malibuca. One of them's down. Vico's now forced to clutch up, but high ground continues to fight it out. Ree and Cooper will not be denied. 2v1 situation on height, but they lose it all. Pollo is answering back with elimination of his own, but it only starts with a knock.
Cooper's ready to more, but he won't get to stay here in the lobby. Pollo bringing it back. Darm, Deemish just underneath. Pollo, how far can you truly rise when the moment calls you most? When the lights are at their brightest, Deemish is fully cracked. A big 150 pump. Pollo just trying to see who's going to try and challenge him first. But Deemish, Darm, they're both just so weak. Pollo's got the chug jug. He's sitting back. Another shot at the Darm. The first one has been applied. Deemish is out of here.
His teammate to come up with the goods, but whenever it's the most, the young Mexican makes it happen.
That is Teeny and Shark. Bolts is doing his best, but he's just ran out of builds, trying to hide the cone. He gets found out. He's seeking for more. Victor B gets struck down by lightning, but Bolts cannot pick up the elimination. Even Scroll, they're feeling that same pain, separated once again.
But now it's Sky's turn to pick up the ball and carry it forward. Sky doing everything. 5 overdrive grenades, but only 39 HP. Flowberry misgrenade. He knows there's a team that could potentially be trying to make a play for height. He's going to be able to siphon off some shield from it, but first and foremost, he has to figure out where can I go next, because bodies are just surrounding him everywhere and they're closing in.
And even with Vic0 and Malibuca's best efforts in this game, the longer Sky stays alive, the harder it is to catch up. He is doing everything he needs to right now.
Yeah, into the top 12. Half of the placement points come in at that top 10 marker, but again, he's aggressed. Shockwave's out of position once more, but he's quickly running out of builds. A lot of his resources going right down the drain, but an opportunity there onto Darm. Breaks into the wall. Oh my, a perfectly placed ramp is going to save the day and allow for Sky to not get the elimination, but he's still on the hunt for more.
No
Well, he has a
builds.
lot of armor.
Oh! He's gonna keep hitting shots like that if they present themselves. And Sky now patiently waiting for that next opportunity to strike.
Sky trying to see just how far can he carry the torch forward, but look, from the land down under, way up above the rest of the lobby, Tinka and Resigns. They've just been silently building overhead, throttling everybody in these congested lower layers. And now, Flixie, Jap, how will they respond? They have to contend with everybody underneath them. They might need to take out Ozone, who's directly in front, but still Flixie trying to just keep pushing forward.
Him and Chap are not slowing down. Even Sky, he will not be denied. He's essentially the inevitable player in this game. And he does it again. He takes the crown away from King, puts it on his own head. Into the top 4 we go. This is a run like any other. Can Sky clutch up?
You more Scroll could clutch, this guy can and 2, and he's done just enough to continue to keep that lead. Flixie will try and move above, but it's going to be the Oshi duo trying to close out this game and get the first dub on LAN for OCE.
Surely they won't let it happen. Surely Flixie won't actually take them out. And sure enough, Resigned and Tinka bring this one home. Game number 6 is all theirs.
The thunder from down under, the boys from OCE do it. They're putting their entire region on their back. They don't want to just win here. They want to go to the global championship.
To see just how much effort they're going to have to put forth into this next rotation, because they might be able to conceal themselves on the move, but Peterbot and Pollo, they're after the big ones. They're trying to go fishing for some more eliminations. 4's just not going to be enough. They want the comeback more than ever.
Yeah, they're not just playing for prize money. They're not just playing to qualify for the global championship. They are playing for first place. We saw that as they went on to Sky and Scroll, but with them going down, opens up an opportunity for Vic0 and Malibuca. They quickly transition from the backside of the zone all the way to the front, especially more so now because we're going uphill. But Peterbot and Pollo from low ground to into the clouds.
We've seen them climb bigger mountains before. A win here, and even more eliminations could be just enough to put them in contention.
They've got all of the pieces strewn together here. Pete just trying to see who else he can take out. So many players just so incredibly weak underneath them. If they can prevent anybody from challenging this layer on high, ultimate high ground will be their winning contention point. But Teeny still going directly underneath it all. A decent amount of builds to work with, trying to see if he can commit towards that front side of zone. But eventually he'll have to layer swap. Eventually he'll need to find a refresh. And it's the same instance that Swizzy's currently trying to deal with.
Much worse though, no builds and no time left. He goes down, but for Teeny, this is another chance, still tied at 285 points with Acorn and Bolts. They're still alive in this game, but they're staying back. They're staggering themselves. This is a clue, a chance for them to go for high ground. Vic0 and Malibuca, it's not ready for them yet. They're just continuing to take it one foot in front of another. They don't want to make any big leaps or boundaries just yet.
Ooh, and Vico's gonna land another one. Just a warning shot. Won't get a chance to collect, but at least he's got his way forward. Cooper Reed also finding Acorn. This is a travesty now for one of our top 3 teams, because Acorn and Bolts, they'll have to watch and see what happens next. But look at Vic0 and Malibuca. The one thing that they're missing, they're finding the damage, but they don't have the Flowberry Mist grenades to make it to height.
Another couple eliminations here. They're trying to close the gap, 326 points. They're still in second, but with top 10 here, a chance to win the game. All the opportunity in the world is theirs. King underneath just trying to escape. Vic0, Malibuca not getting desperate just yet. Meanwhile, Reed and Cooper getting pressured from not only above, but below as well. Everybody can feel what's at stake with only 2 games left, but Vic0, Malibuca, they steamroll King. They want to take first.
And that is exactly what they needed to do. The job is not finished. They have to continue to clear out the layers beneath them while Pete and Pollo wait from above, waiting for their opportunity to strike down below.
And it's insanity to think that all this time, Teeny has just been haggling his way through these layers undisturbed. But Pete, he's ready to drop. He's ready to throw his name into the mix and really start the demolition derby underneath. Pollo still by his side. Just when you think that they're about to find some more eliminations, Vic0 realizes he's all by himself.
The pressure is mounting. He needs to hit this shot or get out of the box. Either one will do. Just stay alive, Vic0.
Top 6 teams. 4 of them are stuck as solos here, but for Reed and Cooper, they have each other. Vic0, we saw Malibuca go down. You see with only 3 builds left, empty item slots, no extra heals. It's really all up to them. Peterbot and Pollo, their 6th elimination of the game, and it's on the next team in their path.
And that's the worst case scenario now for Vic0 and Malibuca, but check out Cooper, check out Reed. They've got Craze. Now it's all about them trying to take out some of these other Titans in the lobby. Another refresh for a read onto Ozone, and now they just gotta look up.
Here comes the drop. Peterbot and Pollo, they want the back-to-back. Big shot on the read. Pollo will not go down, but Peterbot will, so he's stuck by himself yet again. Another 1v2. That feeling of deja vu. Can Pollo do it? Shockwaving up, looking to create distance. His chance to put down pressure, following the zone. He knows that Reed and Cooper are weak, but he doesn't want to play this too quickly. But he's letting Cooper heal down below. This is not what you want. But Pollo finally landing another shot on the Cooper, who shockwaves up. They're trying to attack from both sides. Pollo with everything here. It's all or nothing. He does it again. Another big shot. Pollo will not be denied. A 1v1. Pollo versus Reed. NA versus NA. Pollo has taken the crown away from Peterbot, and he's placing it on his own hand.
This is what it looks like! You are looking at one of the greatest to ever play this game!
All roads lead to Pollo every single time. Just when you think that he won't be able to do it, he delivers yet again. Again.
Peterbot, what is it like playing with the best player in the world?
I mean, it feels great.
Again, falling further below the damage threshold. 18 HP. He needs more than a miracle here. He almost needs 3 eliminations worth of damage, and a lot of that is getting stolen away. Nearby, Peterbot and Pollo, 144 above the damage threshold for them. Pollo deserves all the flowers in the world with how he's been playing this weekend, really leading the team to the promised land.
Here we're looking at wraps right now for Virgo. One more tick unless he gets this shot in. Twy, though, gonna manage to just slip away, and Virgo won't be able to make it through. Twy and Cringe safe for the time being.
And even though we pull away from the treetops, you can see Shark and Teeny still want to play for height. They take Acorn down, and that is perfect for their standings. They take down the team, or one of the players of the team, just beneath them, and that leaves Volks in an awkward position. Will they continue to play for it, or will Hari look to get involved?
You're really seeing the live leaderboard right there. Update in real time. Not just elimination, but placement points as well. Peterbot and Pollo find their first one of the game. Slow and steady wins the race, but they got quite a large gap to overcome here.
And this is where it becomes very challenging for Vic0 and Malibuca to keep their composure. You're seeing that elimination feed light up. You're witnessing Pollo and Peterbot, Shark and Teeny make their surge up. And yet, you still have to try and play to your own strengths. You don't want to lose any sort of kind of upcoming. And the swing is through. Vic0 and Malibuca, they've overtaken first.
This is a big moment for them because they cannot get lost. Taking first is not enough. They have to be able to hold it for the rest of this game. But another elimination from Vic0 has been found. First of the game for him, but he's diving deep into the zone to try to pick it up. Luckily for him, he does get the siphon.
The tournament is in their hands. There has never been a bigger moment in Vic0's career, and this is his time to live up to that moment.
But he still has to deal with the likes of Pollo and Peterbot. He just has to play his own game. And from this frontside low position, everything seems achievable. Right now, they are leading the charge in the underground. So much space has been claimed. They keep continuously looking back. The pre-builds are established, but Peterbot's ready to fire off.
A battle for high ground. They are doing it. It's inevitable.
That's the past versus the present. Pollo, once again, has to show why he has been the best player in this lobby all day long. Vic0, with first place in his hands, Malibuca allowing him to lead the charge for a moment. This is the best case scenario for this duo.
This is it right here, though, because it's going to come a point in time, Taco, where Vic0 and Malibuca just stay alive. It's going to be mathematically impossible.
And Malibuca, Vic0, though, they know exactly what it takes in these final moments. They're ready to bring it up. Malibuca goes big time. There's the nut. Vic0 with the finish and the siphon for HP. Vic0, go! Vic0, go! Every single part of the way.
They can do it. They are beginning to run away from it. And now 40-point gap winning the game for Peter and Pollo is not going to be enough because they are bulldozing their way through the competition. But Malibuca goes down. Vic0 left by himself. He just needs to stay alive long enough.
Vic0, he's no stranger to a solo situation, and he'll look to hit even more shots and completely run away with the competition. Cammy is in his sights, but he just has to connect with the crucial shot. Running it in and out of the zone, it's Vic0, it's Vic0, it's for Vic0.
It's it right there, though. Pollo's still alive as a solo. I'm not sure what the point gap actually is, if he needs all the eliminations, if he needs the victory royale, but if there's one person this weekend that proved he will not go down without a fight, it's this man here, proving that maybe chickens can't fly.
And all Pollo has to do is see if he can get the first bit of confirmation. Epic and Pop underneath. Pollo, can he do it a third time? But it's a matchup. Epic Whale and Pop hold it through. Pollo doesn't get the win.
They have done it. Vic0 and Malibuca, they stayed alive in that last game. They got eliminations. They immediately destroyed the rest of the lobby. This is their moment. This is their chance. Vic0 and Malibuca, you are the champions.
And just like that, history has been made. Vic0 and Malibuca are going to bring home the title of Summit LAN champions, securing their spot at the Global Championship 2. But that trophy, it belongs exclusively to Vic0 and Malibuca.
Go ahead, guys. Lift that trophy. You are champions!
The crowd were chanting your name, Vic0. What an experience to finally win an FSCS LAN and to do it with a crowd that loved you.
I mean, what can I say, right? I promised my mom I was gonna win this year, and I mean...
And she's watching you right now. Is there anything you want to say to her?
I'm gonna say it in German. Mama, ich hab's geschafft. Ich bin der beste Spieler der Welt.
She's been at your side for so many years. We've watched you